Have you ever stood in front of the mirror maybe after a long day or first thing in the morning and just felt a little disappointed? You see the expensive creams and the promising serums lined up on your counter, each one a little bottle of hope. You followed all the rules, you cleanse, you moisturize, you protect your skin from the sun. And yet, when you look at your reflection, you don't see the glow you were promised. Instead, you might see skin that looks tired, a bit dull, maybe some redness that just won't seem to fade, or a dryness that no amount of cream can seem to quench. You've spent a lifetime and a small fortune treating your skin from the outside in. But what if I told you we've all been looking in the wrong place? What if the real secret, the untold key to unlocking that radiant, healthy glow after 60 isn't on your skin at all? What if it's hidden deep inside your body in a place you'd least expect it, your gut? It might sound a little strange, I know. For years, we've treated our skin like it's a wall we need to paint and patch from the outside. We use creams for dryness spot treatments, for blemishes, and serums for glow. But the truth is, your skin is not a wall. It's a mirror. And it's reflecting the health of what's happening deep inside your digestive system. This connection, what scientists call the gut-skin axis, is one of the most exciting and empowering discoveries in modern health, especially for those of us in our golden years. It means that you have more control over how you look and feel than you ever thought possible. And it all starts with understanding your inner world. Before we dive into this amazing science and the simple steps you can take to transform your skin from the inside out, if you're someone who truly cares about staying healthy, vibrant, and feeling your best at any age, please consider subscribing to our channel and turning on the notifications. We share the kind of practical, life-changing health tips that you might not hear anywhere else. And I'm always so curious to know who I'm talking to today. Are you watching from the United States, from the UK, from beautiful Canada, or somewhere else in the world? Go ahead and drop a comment below to let me know where you're joining from. It's wonderful to see how far our community of health-conscious seniors reaches. So let's talk about this gut-skin axis. What does that even mean? The simplest way to understand it is to think of your gut as a magnificent, sprawling garden. Inside this inner garden live trillions of tiny microorganisms, mostly bacteria. We call this community the gut microbiome. Now, I know the word bacteria can sound scary, but in this garden, you have both good, helpful bacteria and not so helpful or bad bacteria. Think of the good guys as the beautiful flowers, the busy bees, and the earthworms that keep the soil rich and healthy. They help you digest your food. They create essential vitamins. They regulate your immune system, and they keep inflammation at bay. When this garden is in balance, when it's flourishing with a wide variety of these helpful flowers, your whole body thrives. You absorb all the vital nutrients from your food beautifully. Your immune system is calm and intelligent. And that inner health, that peace and balance, is reflected on the outside as clear, calm, glowing skin. But what happens when the garden gets out of balance? What if, through things like stress, a diet high in sugar and processed foods, or certain medications, the weeds, the bad bacteria start to take over? These weeds don't help. In fact, they do the opposite. They can cause fermentation and produce toxins. This overgrowth of weeds creates a state of chronic, low-grade inflammation. It's like a small smoldering fire inside your gut. And this is where the connection to your skin becomes crystal clear. That fire doesn't just stay in your gut. The inflammatory signals and toxins produced by those bad bacteria can enter your bloodstream. Imagine the fence around your beautiful garden is your gut lining. A healthy gut lining is strong and selective, like a good fence with a locked gate, only letting the good stuff, the nutrients, pass through into your bloodstream. But when your gut is inflamed and overrun with weeds, that fence can get damaged. Tiny holes can appear. This is a condition often called leaky gut. And now, those inflammatory compounds and toxins can leak out of the garden and travel throughout your entire body. And where is one of the first places they show up? You guessed it, your skin. Your skin is your body's largest organ, and it's often the first place to send up a flare signal that something is wrong on the inside. That smoldering fire from your gut can manifest on your face as redness and rosacea. The toxins can show up as dullness, blemishes, or a sallow complexion. The poor nutrient absorption can lead to dry, thin, and fragile skin that just can't hold on to moisture. You can put the most expensive hyaluronic acid serum in the world on your face, but if your inner garden is on fire and the fence is broken, you're fighting a losing battle. You're just painting over the mirror, trying to hide a reflection you don't like, instead of addressing the reality it's showing you. It might feel a bit unsettling to learn all this, especially if you've been doing everything right on the outside. But I want you to see this as incredibly empowering news. Because what this means is that you don't have to be a victim of your skin's condition. You're not just at the mercy of genetics or the passing years. You can become the master gardener of your own health. By tending to your inner garden, you can calm that inflammation, repair that fence, and cultivate a natural, healthy glow that no cream or serum could ever hope to replicate. Growing older doesn't mean giving up on radiant skin. It means using smarter strategies that work with your body, not against it. It's never too late to make a change. So let's get our gardening gloves on and talk about the simple, practical things you can do starting today to nurture that beautiful inner garden and see the results in your mirror. The first and most important step in any gardening project is to stop feeding the weeds. If your garden is overrun, you have to cut off the source of what's making those weeds grow so strong. In our gut, the number one super fertilizer for bad bacteria is sugar and refined carbohydrates. Things like white bread pastries, cookies, sugary drinks, and even an overabundance of very sweet fruits can create the perfect environment for those unhelpful microbes to thrive. They absolutely love sugar. They ferment it, creating gas bloating and those inflammatory toxins we talked about. At the same time, this process of glycation, where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your body, directly affects your skin. Imagine those sugar molecules as sticky little bullies. They go around and latch onto your precious collagen and elastin fibers, the very proteins that keep your skin firm, plump, and elastic. When sugar attaches to them, it makes them rigid, brittle, and weak. This leads directly to more pronounced wrinkles, sagging, and a loss of that youthful bounce in your skin. So the first most powerful step is to consciously reduce your intake of added sugars and refined foods. You don't have to be perfect, but every time you choose a piece of whole fruit over a cookie or a glass of water over a soda, you're actively choosing to starve the weeds and protect your skin's structure. Now that we've stopped feeding the weeds, it's time to start actively nourishing the good guys. We need to give our flowers the best possible fertilizer. In the world of nutrition, this fertilizer is called prebiotics. Prebiotics are a special type of fiber that our human bodies can't digest. But guess who can? Our good gut bacteria. Prebiotics are their favorite food. When they feast on these fibers, they don't just multiply and grow stronger, crowding out the bad guys. They also produce incredibly beneficial compounds called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs. These SCFAs are superstars for your health. One in particular, called butyrate, is the primary fuel source for the cells that line your gut. It helps to heal and strengthens that fence, repairing leaky gut and reducing inflammation right at the source. This is how you put out that smoldering fire. So where do you find these magical prebiotic fertilizers? The wonderful news is they are in simple, affordable, everyday foods. Garlic, onions, and leeks are packed with them. Asparagus is another fantastic source. Bananas, especially when they are still a little bit green, are rich in resistant starch, a powerful prebiotic. And one of the easiest and best things you can do is to start your day with a bowl of oatmeal. Oats contain a special prebiotic fiber called beta-glucan. The goal isn't to suddenly eat huge amounts of these foods, which could cause some gas at first. The key is to